All I do is punt.
Best offensive player and their best defensive player.
Welcome to the Outback To Endzone pod. I've only got one beer tonight, so that'll be for me. How we doing, Jamo?
That's a bit stiff for a fella.
What kind of fucking show are we running here? You can't even give me a can.
Oh, sorry, mate. We're cutting match payments this week for your hate.
I didn't get a kick in footy, so they weren't really impressed, and they said, "You're not getting your money this week, so it's a tight budget."
Well, because we played away, if we play a home game, we normally get 2 boxes of piss in the rooms after it. We only get 1 at away games, so...
Dang it. Had a good win, though.
Did have a good win, yeah. Scrappy sort of game, windy conditions, but we fought it out well, and we're back on the winners list, and hopefully we can stay there. Speaking of drinking beer after the game, very funny. One of the boys, bit of a cat, we call him a unicorn, post-game, cracks his beer, necks it, for whatever reason, and went to the box of piss on the ground to go and grab another one. No beer there left, mate. 24 stubbies for the 24 blokes through, and he goes, "Oh, fuck." So
Mathematics isn't his strong suit.
nothing is this bloke's strong suit, but it was very funny to watch.
Who'd you play, Aiden?
We played the Catters, Newton.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a good win, mate.
Did you boys beat Newton, Jamie?
If we did, I didn't play, so that's probably why we would have beat them. And
I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, the Gordon Twos aren't sort of going real well this year, are they, Jamo?
I was going to say it was a tough beat on the weekend.
Yeah, not good, mate. Not good. We the good news is I was a bit back in form, which was actually got a few kicks on the weekend.
How many did you snag?
I just won, but I was around it. I got near the ball this week. I actually left the cage, which you'd be quite proud of. Decided I sort of better work my way up there and get a kick. But no, we had a pretty tough loss. We were a bit undermanned. We were missing a fair few players and had a fair few injuries. So not good. Pretty disappointing, but we'll be back.
They had their past players day, Clune. So they actually had a few guys fly. I had one guy fly down from Queensland who had played a fair bit of senior footy, and he played 2s. I think he kicked 3 and was probably the difference in the end.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, you can't do much about that, can you?
Nah, that's all right.
Hawks got a win though, Jamo.
Yeah, not a pretty win either. That was a real ugly win. I was a bit nervous watching that one last Thursday. I thought they thought both teams were who was going to lose it more, not who's going to win it. So we'll take it though. Back on the winners list. I think we hadn't won in 3 or 4 weeks, so we needed that one. Got the Saints this Thursday, and I'm a bit of a danger game. I think I'm going to head down to Marvel and watch that one Thursday night, but a little bit worried. I'm scared the Saints might get us.
Can I just say, whose genius idea was it to play Thursday night football at Tasmania? It looked about -7 degrees. It looked terrible. There was works in the stands. It was no.
It looked like conditions you'd get it in Gordon in fucking July.
Oh, exactly. You wouldn't
Didn't
play a night game at Gordon or Ballarat, would you?
No, you certainly wouldn't. Yeah, and they're terrible. They did it last year, and no one asked for it again. But here we are Thursday night down in Tassie.
Even the Tassie faithful wouldn't want it. Who would want to go to a game on a Thursday night? If they had a Ballarat game and the Dogs were playing, I couldn't give a damn if it was to make finals. If it was a Thursday night, it was about -5 degrees. I love me Dogs. 5 minutes from home, I ain't going.
Nah, fuck.
I'll watch it on the couch.
Speaking of Dogs, I had a good win.
I mean, that was the game of the round.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, that was a really good game. Yeah.
It was I'm big on Melbourne too. I was talking, my missus was saying last night, Jay, she was saying, Bulldogs are just winning enough to keep you interested to then just break your heart. And she's probably right.
I think she is, unfortunately. But no, I was the same. I got a few jobs done around the house and got in for the last half, and it was a cracking game of football to watch. When Ed Langdon kicked that goal late, I thought, here they come. And I thought it was going to be real danger for the Doggies. But no, they held on and fought really hard.
Lockie Jakes getting that spoil in with 20 seconds to go. Like, how many blokes just give up on that and it's, old mate's having a shot to win the game? But he just got the knuckles in and got it away. So
he's a player.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right. Yeah, the thing with the Dogs this year, before we talk too much Bulldogs, but we've blooded a lot of kids and we are very young. You've got the A-graders of Bont, Ed Richards, Bailey Dale, but there's so many young guys coming through that hopefully getting this exposure Won't be this year, unfortunately, but maybe next year we can get Bont another flag.
I think Lobster must have heard you last weekend, mate, when you said Tim English was the most important player in the AFL because he put up an absolute ripping performance against Maxi Gorn. He was unbelievable.
He was gallant, wasn't he?
Yeah, he gave a real good crack. He had a real good crack. He wasn't happy with your words, so he's come out there and shown you.
I'd probably rather Lobster back at centre half back to shore up our defence as well. But
yeah, that's fair enough. And the Weegs, they came off against the big milestone game against the Pies turn. How'd you find that performance? They put in a good fight, I thought.
I got a message from Bronco Ben, friend of the pod, during the last half, and I didn't see it till after the game. It just said, "Come on, you Weagles."
I was cheering.
And all I could respond with when I saw the message after the game was, "We fought our little asses off. We battled and we battled and we tried our guts off, but they were always going to be too good." I was really happy with our effort and the way that we went about it, but perfect segue to get into our first down, I think.
Before we go, we've actually got like 2 or 3 DMs about the umpiring. Personally didn't get to watch a second of it, just travelling home from footy. But the umpiring people were suggesting was the reason Scott Pendlebury.
There was one where Nick Dacos, it was Pendle, sorry, where Pendle's got it in the forward pocket, and I think he was in row 6.
That was out of bounds.
And did
that was out of bounds.
Keep the ball in bounds, kicked it forward.
That was out of bounds.
It was in the fucking car park, for fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't like to talk umpires and say, they change the game because you could just play better. As much as sometimes they do have too much of an impact, but well done to the Pies, well done to Pendles, and it's a perfect segue to first down. I think Jamo hit the stinger.
Sorry, boys. Before the stinger, I just want to give one quick little shout out to close family friend of mine. They were down at the local footy in Coldstream on the weekend, and an umpire had a heart attack. And both her and her daughter ran out on the field and did CPR, brought him back to life twice, and got him to. So he's literally like dead on the field twice. Got him back breathing, got him to hospital, and the man's still living. So shout out to Arnie Rach, absolute legend, and Georgia.
How good is that?
Yeah, lifesavers. So. Yeah, look up the story down at Coldstream. It was pretty awesome. The footy club gave them both best on ground for the game. So it was pretty scary stuff, but lucky there's
unbelievable.
Wow. How's that for just going to watch the local footy and then having that happen? Christ.
Nuts, isn't it? Nuts. But yeah, I was thinking about it. Like the umpire, he could have been driving home or he could have been home alone. He's probably gone. So it actually happened in a pretty good spot that he was surrounded by people that could actually help him. So pretty nuts, but yeah, we'll rip into.
Rach. Cheers to your Arnie Rach. That's an unbelievable effort.
Absolute legend.
Unbelievable! Oh wow! Incredible!
First down. Well, we're going to go with Scott Pendlebury. 433 games. It was the talk of the town. A little bit of Cam Mooney numbers for you boys. So Scott Pendlebury wears number 10. You put 4 plus 3 plus 3 equals 10. And Collingwood won by 10 in round 11.
Oh, fuck.
I was about to say, if there's a little bit in that, if it was round 10, then
Well, he probably could have done it in round 10, but he got rested because they didn't want to play him in Sydney. But obviously an enormous achievement. We literally just sent a reel live then about whose achievements are better, Scott Pendlebury's 433 or Tom Brady 410 with I think it was 381 NFL games, 29 college games. So, boys, just before we move on, what would you take? Tom Brady's 410 or Scott Pendlebury's 433?
What's the Emblebury?
Well, 2010 Norm Smith medal. The guy got up.
I don't know
there,
who presents the medal, but
he goes, Collingwood number 10, Scott Pendlebury.
It's he absolutely minces it. It's one of the great videos. If the career comes with 7 Super Bowls and how many MVPs, I'm probably going to go with the GOAT. But what Pendles has done is incredible. Will it ever get beaten? We don't know. Hard to say. But I just can't go away from TB12. He's the best player that's ever played NFL football, so I've got to go with him.
Won't get many more better achievements, will you?
Nah.
Oh, this is a tough one. Yeah, tough one. I was just thinking back to, it was like, do you remember when was it Jamal Charles read out draft pick for the Chiefs? Happy to be here. Happy to be here, Kansas City Chief. Was that Jamal Charles, or have I just?
That's mean because poor what's his name? Jamal Charles is illiterate, so that's actually mean. He has a learning disorder.
Oh, Jamie.
Why would
and
you
we've
get him
just
up
been
there?
cancelled.
Why would you get him up there for the Raider pick then? Oh, well, good on you.
While we're getting a bit rogue here, Richmond back in like the late 2000s drafted a guy, Jared Oakley-Nichols, with like pick 4 or 5. It was one of their massive busts that they got through the 2000s. And he played at Richmond for 4 years. He went to West Coast. He was a WA boy. Went back to West Coast. He lasted 2 months and they realised he was illiterate, couldn't understand anything that was being said. And Richmond were wondering why he didn't develop.
Oh, boy.
Happy to be here. Audio. Give me. I think Pendles is just more contact in AFL sport, so I think him getting through is a bit more of an achievement. But I really want to say that doesn't take away from Tom Brady playing at 44 years old. So both good achievements, but give me
My
Pendles.
argument to that, Jamie, is that majority of the world would know who Tom Brady is. I don't know how many of other countries would know who Scott Pendlebury would be, but
My thing probably with the physicality part is probably like every possession Tom Brady's on the field, he has 11 guys and a coach coaching him up to hit Tom Brady. Yes, they hand it off to the running back every now and then, but the whole goal is to hit Tom Brady, whereas Scott Pendlebury, we know how he moves in heavy traffic. Harley might have been the first person to get him, and he got him on the weekend. So that's probably my argument to the physicality bit.
No, that's fair, but he's also got 5 massive blokes protecting him as well, whereas Pendles doesn't have anyone. And I don't know, I'm almost more leading to the Brady argument, but I can see both sides. So anyway, let's move on to second down because we could talk about that all day.
And what in the world?
Second down.
All right, second down. So I've got George Russell this week. I'm not going to pretend that I'm the biggest F1 nuffy going around, but I did see this morning when I was watching a bit of a recap. So he had an absolutely brutal day in the Canadian Grand Prix. He started in pole position, was right in the fight with his Mercedes-Benz teammate Kimi Antonelli. I don't know if I've said his name right, but go easy on me. The two were basically battling out for the lead, swapping positions, getting pretty aggressive on the track, which is in F1, if anyone knows, he's your teammate, so you probably don't do that. To the point where Mercedes were like the team on the sideline, whatever you call them, they were telling them to like chill the fuck out, like you're both on the same team, like relax, boys. And then it got to lap 30 and Russell's car stopped with a technical issue. An engine fail or something like that, and he had to retire from the race. And he's got out of his car and just fucking thrown the headgear onto the middle of the track and had a massive tantrum, just completely cracked the shits. And his teammate went on and won. Yeah, that's my F1 take from the weekend.
Well, it's more F1 than I've looked at, known, heard about in the last 12 months. So
I was about to say, when last weekend my across the end zone was the EPL,
yeah.
that got my reaction was, but fair enough.
I do love a tantrum though. I will scope out the tantrum because I do love to see it.
Do you know what? That reminds me of how they're like the same team coming first and second is, this is one for all the movie nuffies out there. Ricky Bobby and Cal Weathers in Talladega Nights.
Ricky Bobby.
Do you think maybe I could come first and you could come second for a change? And Ricky Bobby says, now why would we do that?
Fucking love that movie. Yeah, that's great. All right.
No,
Pressure and taken down.
Third down.
Rightio, third down. We've got the back-to-back reigning premiers. They are under pressure. Obviously, they've had a big beat on the weekend. The Giants have trumped them by 78 points. It was a good game of footy. I think it was something like the highest scoring quarter in AFL history.
It was top 5.
Something on those lines. But yeah, just put them to the sword. And the Giants looked really, really good. But it's now sort of getting real worrisome signs now. The Lions are sitting 8th. They're 6 and 5. They're sort of, a couple more losers. They're probably looking at the wild card spot, 8th sort of around there. They've got the Dockers, the Suns, and the Tigs in the next 3 before their bye. So
You want to get 2 of them.
you want to get at least 2 of them, but
Fuck.
there's every chance that, the Dockers and Suns get them. Puts them into a really bad position, and then all of a sudden they're reeling and trying to make that wild card spot. So the Brisbane Lions, the back-to-back reigning premiers, you boys are under pressure.
That game was bizarre. I looked at the score. We were here then. Looked at the score at halftime, was a goal or something.
Yeah.
I got to Jay's parents' house, 20 minutes away, and Jay's mum goes, "The Lions are in front by 100." And I was like, "What? Like, what? They were a goal down?" And then she goes, "Oh, no, the Giants." And I was like, the Giants couldn't be in front by 100. Sure enough, they were in front by 100. It's wild. The thing is, though, with them, they've won 2 flags in a row, but they also lost to Collingwood the year before that. So they've made 3 grannies in a row. It does take it out of you that you're consistently playing in the last game of the year. They had a little bit off-season turmoil with Lachie Neale at the start of the year. Few injuries like McCluggage, Zorko's now out.
Oscar
Allen. They lost Big O.
Oh.
Draper's still getting back into it. It's different. I'm certainly not going to rule them out yet.
No.
But you're right. The next 3 weeks is
Massive,
huge.
yeah. So massive watch, I reckon, on the Lions. What do you think, Jamo?
Yeah, Stringer and the package and Toby Green kicked 7 goals in that third quarter together. That is a massive third quarter. But did you see Fags in his press conference? I think Lions are going to be fine. He's going to shove an absolute rocket up them. They've still got the talent on the list, so it's just about having the fight. And I don't really subscribe. Like injuries, yeah, but like Oscar Allen, they didn't have Oscar Allen last year. I don't think he's a big loss for them. I think they'll bounce back. It's more of a mental thing. Just shit like with the whiteboard. There's been a few like distractions and that, but I think the team's got the talent. They just need the hunger. So if old Fags can give them a good rocket, I think it wouldn't take too much for them to win 3 of those next 3 games, or only 2 of them. So yeah, we'll see what happens though. Maybe it is a bit of fatigue. I doubt it though.
Moving on to 4th down.
McAfee bangs him out of bounds.
4th down.
Rightio, 4th down. I'll wrap it up for us, boys. One of the upsets of the week since I can remember, North have come back from 43 points down to take the Chockies. How good is that? That is something you just love to see.
Round of applause,
Kanga.
Yeah, I was about to rip that one, but no, what a performance by those Roo boys. They're one of those teams I feel like you're just happy for the supporters. Like, how good is that? Like, they have gone through so much shit over the last few years and just been delivered so many miserable performances. But seeing a win like that, I think, seeing how emotional some of those fans got. The 28-year-old male, the fella that runs that Instagram account, he got on there and basically talked about how much that win meant. And beating the Suns, who were a good team, like they should be a top 8 team. So that's massive for North. So big shout out to them. I think that has taken the highlight of the week on 4th down.
Yeah, good on the Kangas. Can they make the wild card this year, Jamo?
I think absolutely they can sneak her a 9th or 10th. And I'll tell you what, I probably wouldn't want to play him in 9th or 10th, especially with Clarko at the helm there. It's not a coach I'd want to be coming up against. They've got list talent. I think there's no reason why they can't finish 10th. And I think there's no reason why they can't sneak a win against a 7th or an 8th as well. So I sure as hell wouldn't want the Hawks playing them.
I personally think it's sort of like you have to make the wild card. If you don't make the wild card, North Melbourne, you've underachieved.
I'd nearly agree with that. The part that I've really liked watching, and like Jamie said, it's so good for North fans, and because they've been so shit for so long, like I don't really know anyone that doesn't like North Melbourne.
No, exactly. You always want them
seeing them win, you're like, it's good to watch. It's good for footy. Everyone's enjoying watching. They're playing a fun, exciting brand of ball. And, yeah, I reckon it's great for them and their supporters to finally get a bit of reward for all the years of heartbreak. But like you say, I reckon, they need to be making that 10-9 spot to actually take that step in the right direction, I think.
Oh, if they don't finish 9th or 10th, like, what do you reckon? Like, do they make changes, or is it just a failed year and we go again next year? Because their team's young enough. Like, they've got so many young guns in that team that are only going to get better and better. So if they don't finish 9th or 10th, they're probably 11th or 12th. And then off list development, another year draft picks, another crack at free agency. Surely that's enough to go from not 9th or 10th the year after, but maybe 7th or 8th. So what do you reckon? Do you blow it all up, or do you make changes, or do you run it back?
I think they probably will run it back, but I just think it's so important that they taste success, and that wild card is like the perfect opportunity for a North, because they've been so shit for so long. And even if you don't make finals, it's a kick in the guts yet again. And what's guaranteeing that you take the next step again next year? So I just think the importance of getting a taste of it this season is going to be massive for them.
Yeah, nah, it's a good shout.
He's your captain, but you can't seriously like him to play.
You talk the whole bit. It works, huh? At least I'm consistent.
The Sunday Sledge, boys. Another week, another sledge. I was actually a little bit worried this week because that was one of my worst performances on the football field in a long time. I copped a little one early, just the old hungry, and I was like, fuck, that can't be what I go with. But I had the hungry one. I've picked the ball up, get pushed out of bounds. As I'm getting pushed out of bounds, I just throw it on the boot, heads towards goalwood. And the guy who's over like my right shoulder goes, fucking hungry. I was like, mate, what did you want me to do? And he's like, get it to your teammate over your head. I said, well, you're a better man than me if you can pick it up and over your head to your teammate when you've got a bloke bearing down on you and another bloke on his ass. And he goes, nah, you're just fucking hungry. I was like, coming into the last quarter, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, shit, I better get busy here because that's a shit sledge. But it was one of my favourites actually, because the guy who did it, I was going back and he was into me. Like, it was very vocal. Me missus was standing behind him at this time, and she's there with me son going, oh boy, this bloke's going off his trolley, and he's going, you shit at cricket, you shit at footy, you got a shit podcast, and you're wearing a shit fucking jumper. And Clunes, as I said in the Sunday Sledge, they had a Past Players Day. They had an ex-AFL player who's a local hero come back and play the week for them. It was a game they'd penciled in like they were going to come and get us, and we had a couple of guys out with injuries, so it was sort of right there. And we were 2 goals up with maybe like 5 minutes to go, and it was sort of up and down a little bit. And we've got one out of the middle. Luke Conley, he's not going to listen to the podcast, but this young bloke that plays for us, this kid is a fucking superstar. He's going to be very, very good. Keep your hands off him, other clubs, because you're fucking Gordon through and through. He's staying, but he's a gun. He's laced me out, and I've got the set shot. And Benny Shelton's hang up the phone, Sally, is a personal favourite. I've never done it in a game, and I've taken it, and this guy's going off. I've had a geezer over. I was like, I cannot wait to bang this, and then just hang up the phone. I was like, I had it all planned out. All I had to do was put the fucking thing through the big sticks. And then when I did, I've gone, kicked the goal, and then I've given them all a stare down, and then I've just picked it up, dun, 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 bang. And then you can just see all the locals just like, what did you just do? And it was, it was quite the celebration, quite the moment. Ended up getting the Chockies by 3 or 4 goals, but that was a Sunday Sledge. The funny part about the whole sledge is I played reps cricket with this guy who sledged, and that's why he come up to me after the game. He's like, Tilly, did you know it was? I didn't know it was him at the time, but he's a good fella. It was all in good fun. But people are trying to get on the Sunday Sledge, which is what you called for, Jamo. Did you cop one on the weekend?
I got a bit of friendly fire this weekend. You're not going to believe it. Our granddad gave me one, Adam.
Oh, no.
It was an accidental one. But so a bit of a backstory. Me and Adam, for anyone that doesn't know, we're cousins, so we have the same grandparents. because that's how cousins work. Our granddad and grandma, absolute legends. They come watch every single game of footy. They never miss it. They're always there every single week. They'll rock up, watch me in the twos, and they'll sit there and watch Adam. And I hadn't seen him down at the reserves for the last couple of weeks. And I thought in my head that's probably a good thing.
Battling a few health problems too this
fair
season. They
enough.
probably haven't been as present as they have, but would have seen 90% of our games.
100%. But if they don't go to the game, they'll check up and they'll read the local paper every week and have a look at the stats and whatnot and send you a photo of the stats in the paper. Like, they never miss it. Absolute legends. But yeah, Granddad walks up to me before the game when I'm warming up and he's like, "Oh, James, didn't know you were playing footy this year." And I'm like, I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'm having a run around again." He goes, "Oh," he's like, "I've been keeping an eye out in the paper, but is this your first game for the year? Is it?"
Oh, no.
I said to him, I was like, "Well, Granddad, it may as well be, mate." So
Oh, no.
That's when you tell him, I've been playing backline.
he did actually ask. He asked if there's a positional change, and I was like, "Oh, no." And he asked me if I was coming off the bench, and I was like, "Last week, yeah."
Well, in fairness to Grandad, we won like 15 goals in the Peggers last week and the boy didn't get a kick.
Oh, yeah, not good.
But yeah, no, well, it was a good motivator to actually find a bit of the ball last week, so I think that might have been the main reason. But yeah, the sledge
You
from your
dig up.
granddad, the sledge from one of your biggest fans is
Yeah, that hurts.
I was going to say, me and you have always been high on the tally. I might be sort of edging you out a little bit off that top pillar.
Yeah, I think that might few average weeks in the twos that can have you move down pretty quickly. Oh, that's funny though. God bless them.
We
Bloody legends.
we got one sent in,
Did
so I better get it out to the people. And thanks to the listeners, keep sending in your Sunday Sledges because we love to hear them and react. So here we go. This is this week's Sunday Sledge.
Hey, Adsy. How you going, champ? Love what you do with the podcast, mate. Love it even more that you kicked the sealer against Clues yesterday. Heard an amazing sledge yesterday, which not sure whether you've heard of, but someone yelled out to number 27 that they'd hate to see your power bill because you sleep with the light on, pal. Cheers, mate. Keep up the good work. Love ya.
That's good.
Travis Preston, thanks for sending
That
it
is
in.
a ripper.
Hate to see the power bill one, especially
Oh.
cost of living these days.
Yeah, no, that's a good surge. That's very funny.
Yeah,
I've definitely heard the sleep with your light on, but adding the power bill part to it
that's
is
good stuff.
another level.
No, that's very good. I'm very happy with that.
One of my favourite sledges of all time is he sleeps with the lights on and still pisses the bed. That's a fucking oh, it's truth. All right.
Baker's just having a bit of a.
I was wondering what that
non-mixed
noise
with
was.
We're
I
trying to
thought that was
record
Aiden's guts.
Sounded
was
like
Aiden.
a pig over in the corner.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily cop a sledge on the football field. I haven't in a couple of weeks, mainly because I haven't been getting anywhere near the fucking thing.
Seems like a sort of correlation with this podcast. The three of us sort of haven't been in.
The moment I've come on this podcast full time, I've not seen the fucking pro. So I haven't been sledged since the old our nan gets bullied a bingo one. But a very near and dear friend, one of the older blokes, used to coach me in footy, played cricket with him or whatever, really close. And he's a very straight shooter. He's very blunt, dry, doesn't beat around the bush, and can't be after the game or in the rooms after scenes. And he goes, "Thought you played very well today, Aiden." I said, "Oh, thanks very much, Plugger. Appreciate it, mate." And he goes, "I was better than what you've been dishing up anyway." I went, "Oh." So it's
Well, backhanded
I was going to
compliment.
say it's very much like very good friend Paul to dish out a backhanded compliment because I cop him fucking regularly off him. But yeah, that was as close to a sledge as I've got. So
That's quality.
Yeah, well, that's the Sunday Sledge, Jamo.
Good stuff.
Oh, we've got a new segment coming up next, don't we?
Over to you, Adzi. And I really like this new one. I really like it.
Have we got a stinger, Jamo?
Yeah, of course we do, mate.
Outback to Arsehole.
This is thanks to a few people that have disliked the podcast because they've given us a segment that I'm pretty keen to launch. So Outback to Arsehole, O2A as our good friends like to call it. We're going to start off with Virat Kohli. He's a very controversial character, Virat, one of the best cricketers of all time. But did you see this, Jamo? So over the weekend, they lost. The Sunrisers Hyderabad beat Virat Kohli's Royal Challengers by 53 runs. And after the game, Virat, shaking hands, refused to shake Travis Head's hands. Travis Head is an Aussie icon, just looks like an all-round good bloke, good time, would have 100% approval rating amongst Aussies, and Virat's just out here not shaking the man's hand after you've lost a game. Fuck off, Virat. You're an arsehole.
The video is fucked because, like, Pat Cummins, I think, is the first one off. So he shakes Pat's hands. Can't remember who the second one is. And then Trav's the third, and Trav puts his hand out. And they would have played a lot of cricket against each other. So you can imagine Trav goes, good on you, Virat, good game, whatever. And he's just brushed him off. And Trav, like, turns, looks at him as if to say, like,
What the fuck?
good on you, arsehole.
Yeah.
And
Virat,
moves on,
you're
but,
an
yeah,
asshole.
Virat, you are an asshole. Virat, you're an
a fucking piece of shit.
So our first Outback to Arsehole, Virat Kohli. What do we got next?
Second
Fuck
guess.
this. Now we move on to the intern files.
Welcome
Jamie,
to
hit the stinger.
Intern files with the intern.
Any danger hit me between the nipples, mate. Rightio, intern files this week. To start it off, boys,
Larry
I'm gonna ask you,
Fitzgerald.
who is the best Cardinal of all time?
Certainly not Kyler Murray.
I'm going to go with that man right there, Larry Fitz. And the stat for this week, Larry Fitz has got more career tackles than drop catches.
Insane, isn't it?
They
How
said
many
this man had
tackles?
buckets and they fucking meant it. So Larry Fitz has got a career record of 41 tackles versus 29 drop catches across his 17-year
nuts.
career. That's fucking insane.
In the stinger, it says, "Why don't you just
No.
hit me between the nipples?"
Larry
it didn't matter
Buckets.
when you threw it to
Didn't-
Larry Fitz.
Didn't matter with Fitz. He just was seriously talented. Big buckets on him. Didn't drop
What the
him.
fu-
And
to
yeah,
be
I
fair,
still find
41
that hard to
career
believe.
tackles for a
Insane.
wide receiver is a fucking good crack.
And I reckon a lot of those tackles would have had to be where a quarterback's thrown it either over him or nowhere near it. And he's
I reckon
gone,
he's done these
"Fuck
ones. He's
me,
going,
I'll have to make this
he's not going to
tackle."
catch that one, and then just laid the wood straight away. Fuck. It.
He wouldn't have
Well,
too
that
many
was my
tackles
thing. I
on
was like,
special
fuck, maybe he
teams, I
started
wouldn't
his
have
career in
thought.
special teams, but he was a fucking dog from day one. So I don't know. Don't know where that's come from, but fair enough.
That's one of the most mind-boggling stats out there. I had heard that one. Didn't know it was them numbers. Like 41 tackles, 29 drop catches. Not even close. Like, what's that, 1 and a bit drop catches a year? Like, nearly 2 a year. Like, he's over 1,000 yards every season. Like, one of the best receivers to ever do it. And to just drop 1 or 2 balls. Like, you think of a Saturday, we're playing our local footy. We're not getting near the pressure, and I'm struggling to catch the fucking thing if it hits me on the tit.
Yeah.
He's just never dropping them.
I'll-
Unbelievable.
The only thing I probably should have found out now that I think of it when I looked this up was how many career targets that he had. Because that would have been a pretty wild to know that he's been targeted that many times and only dropped that many more balls.
Just
But
quickly.
anyway, so that's your intern
One
file for
second.
the week.
Who,
And now
who
we're gonna
was
play a
his
bit of
quarterback
guessing.
for most of his career? Was it
Mm.
Carson Palmer? How is he not in the fucking Hall of Fame with a bloke that doesn't drop the ball?
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine if he was playing with Tom Brady or like
Good
just
point.
anyone, Phil Rivers or something like that, or Matt Ryan, like, I don't know why Matt Ryan was the third one I went to on that list, but like just a competent quarterback, like holy fuck, or like Drew Brees or something like that. Larry would, he'd still be fucking playing, and he probably wouldn't have dropped any. Fucking hell. Well, all right, boys, it's time for a bit of guesswork, eh?
Fuck. I have no fucking idea. Garts Guesswork off to a flying start.
Rightio.
We were going to get that.
Yeah, whack it on.
Oh, this is
Total
a scrappy.
scores for the year for the season is 2 versus 0. So we need a big comeback from intern. Get the visual up. I'll put together a little scorecard. There we go. There we go. You boys can't see it, but the fans can see it. That's all that matters. It's a really good photo of both of you. Don't worry, I looked after you. Definitely didn't look after him.
Yeah, I bet.
So I'm actually really excited for this week. So I'm just going a bit left field. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have the 5 questions again, but it could be considered and be perceived to be a little bit rogue, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
The scores have been 1-0 and 2-1, and he reckons he's going rogue.
Mm.
No,
I can see
this will be a
nil
high.
draw.
This will be a high scoring affair today. I can guarantee there'll be points on the board. That is the one thing. That's why I've had to change it up. You know, unfortunately, I can't choose who's participating in my quiz, but I can choose the way my quiz is run. So, how it works? Okay, I'm going to explain this one really slowly so everyone understands. It's going to be a question. I'm going to give an initial. Okay, so 2 letters, a first name initial and a last name initial. First one to buzz in, they get to answer. First answer, they need to deliver an initial of an NFL player. Okay, so for example, if I say TB is the initial, intern buzzes in first. He says Tom Brady, and then intern gets the run. So intern also gets a second question. The second question is the same initial, but he's got to get it for an AFL player. If he gets that one right, he gets to go the same question again, and that's for an NBA player. And then if he gets an NBA player as well, he can name any sportsman with those initials. It can be cricket, it can be fucking water polo, whatever you want, and you get to keep going. And every time you get a point, you get a point.
Guesswork
That's
might
how
have
it works.
improved
I
here.
think he's
Yeah.
been working all week on this.
I've gone back to the lab, boys. It's taken me all week to draw this one up.
The
So
mad
there's going to be
scientist.
5 of these, so 5 different initials. First one to buzz in, you get the run, okay? So question number 1, well, initial number 1, I should say, is we got Tui and intern as buzzers, as always, as per usual. JJ,
Tui, Justin Jefferson,
that's 1 point.
intern's favourite player.
AFL now,
Jason Johannesson,
nice, that's 2. On to NBA.
NBA. What's like a
Time out.
European-
Sorry, we've got to keep it.
JJ. Oh,
No,
I
JJ
was going to be
Redick.
wrong. Yeah, I was going
Yeah,
to say
that's
JJ
all right.
Hickson.
we've got to be quite quick on the clock, otherwise it might be a shit
Yeah.
fest. All right.
Good
Adam
call.
scores 2 points in round 1. Just remember your score, okay? Because I don't have a pen and paper. Question number 2. Initial number 2. G M.
Tui, Gardner Minshew.
Nice.
He's saying
AFL.
two before he even finishes.
As soon as I said G, there was only one G that it could be, Gardner Minshew.
Well, I thought
was
he was
hoping-
like,
I was
I'm
hoping for
going Geno
Gar-
Smith.
I was hoping for Gar Quincy.
Gardner Minshew and G name. Greg Matthews and nah.
4.
Tom,
Adam's on 4. Okay. Come on, intern. Come on,
NBA
intern. Come
leading,
on,
mate.
son. You can't go 3-0. All right. The next initial is CM.
Tui, Colt McCoy. CM.
Correct.
CM. Cameron Mooney.
Yeah, nice.
CM. Again, the fucking bar store's gonna get me. CM. Yeah,
Time.
out.
Yeah,
CJ
sorry about that.
McCollum.
CJ
Oh,
McCollum.
I would have said Conor McDonald over Cam Mooney, but there's no incorrect answer. All right, come on in turn. You need to
I'm
make a run
trying,
here,
mate. I just
son.
can't get in.
Yeah, well, that's half the battle, mate. All
Our
right,
listeners are just going to be sitting there going, "Geez, this bloke is a dumb prick."
He's not wrong either.
give us some entertainment. All right, we're 6-0 at the moment. The next one is HR.
Intern.
Go on.
Can I steal? Have you got it?
HR, that would have to be Henry Ruggs.
He's on the boy.
I was better say, I'm just glad that I'm on the board here. And now I'm going to find a way to fuck it. Harley Reid.
Yep. Come on, intern.
Is it, Hassan Reddick?
He's an NFL player.
I thought he was.
He was my
He's a
NFL player.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, he's
Good
made a run.
question.
All right. 2-6.
I was going to
2-6.
say, I think I got him confused as Hassan Whiteside. But I'm on the board. I'm just happy I'm on the board.
So on to the last one. He
Yeah,
needs
last.
4 to tie.
And then I hope you've got sudden death.
All right. We need a big comeback here. Okay. Last
Just
one.
let me see if I can get 4.
Last one is IP.
IP.
Intern, Isaiah Pacheco.
Bang.
I paid football though. Did you fact check that there was an IP in the league before you did this?
There's no fact check, mate. Just use your brain. There has been an IP in the AFL.
That's got to be timed out.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately.
I'll
So
cop
he's
it,
got
but have you
that.
got one?
Yeah.
No. I was.
Surely, if you both put your
Isaiah, Ian, Matt.
Who did you have?
surely you know him.
He hasn't got one. He's on Google now watching.
Yeah, I'm trying to find one. Yeah.
Oh my god! You've probably got to fact check it before you fucking go and make it.
Oh, I'll be honest. I was making them up right before I said them.
Because imagine if it had been something gettable and then I could have went on the run and tied it up. Then you could have fucking guessed one.
Yeah.
I feel hard done by you.
Yeah.
I'll give you an IP, but it's
Isaac
gotta come to
Poulter.
top of mind.
Was there an Isaac Poulter? That's what chat said. Don't know.
And Isaac who?
Isaac Poulter. There's a Caleb Poulter.
Oh, well, yeah, I know a Caleb Poulter.
Yeah.
How many games did young Isaac play?
I dare say he might not have ever made it out in the park, but I fucking really thought Aiden would have got him. Ian Perry.
Oh, I would have if there was a fucking bloke with the initials IP that played football, but there wasn't.
Ian Patton. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a tough one. You were a bit hard done by there, Aiden, but, well, moral of the story is don't leave your run so late. So, Adam, you've gone 3-0. Congratulations.
3-0.
Thanks for participating in Garts Guesswork for another week.
Fuck, I was coming hard too.
I don't know if you were coming hard.
I was coming harder than Johnny Sins, mate.
I thought Isaiah Pacheco would have got picked up a bit quicker. I was a bit worried that one wasn't going to get pulled up.
If we hadn't got Isaiah Pacheco, it didn't matter because we didn't have
No, football. Have you got a basketball? An IP basketball?
basketball. I was bad at NBA. That
Yeah, because I haven't really paid attention to it
I
anymore.
haven't played 2K since about
No.
2K12.
Do you even have like another sport with an IP?
IP.
I just
Even
thought
any
Isaiah
sport.
Pacheco.
Have you got another IP from another sport ever?
I actually can't think of another name other than Isaac Pacheco that would be an IP.
Oh,
What's the last name that starts with P? Perry. Ian Perry. Well, speaking of basketball, did you see Wemby hitting that half-court shot again today.
Yeah, fuck up, mate.
Yeah, he's a fuck. Well, mate, like, we can talk about NBA, but we don't have that much to cheer about as well because the broom is currently fucking sweeping us back.
What did I say after game one? I
Schwip.
said that was your chance. Get the brooms out.
Yeah,
All over.
it was
Did
actually
you
really
see Donovan
disappointing.
Mitchell's presser today, Jamie? Or yesterday?
No, I didn't. No.
They said, like, what learnings have you got? And he's like, don't drop it. Don't drop a 22-point lead in game one. Yeah.
He's
That's-
pissed off old
Yeah,
He
Donny.
could have
Yeah,
also
thanks.
said, "Don't let James Harden play a lick of fucking defensive
Try and
basketball."
teach
Or
him some
trying to.
defense, yeah.
My God, my call was going to be if the Thunder had won today was that they were going to go 4-1 and win. They weren't going to let the Spurs win another one.
But they didn't.
But they didn't, and now we're
It's ball game.
in a bit of strife, one might say.
De'Aaron Fox back
Just-
is big for the Spurs.
Yeah. Just to wrap up, Jamo, want to touch base on a little bit of Battle of the Boot from Friday Arvo.
Yeah, that's a good sort of point to wrap up on because that was a bloody fun day, wasn't it? Me and Adam, we went down to the old park in South Yarra. Beautiful park. Kind of felt like Central Park. I've never been down there before. Fucking huge, wasn't it? Jesus.
Professional show, we both have never been to this place and just picked a big green spot and said, that looks like
That'll
it'll
do.
But it was a cracking spot for it.
Yeah, it was a rugby
a
oval
couple
there
of-
as well.
Yeah, rugby oval. So we did it. It was pretty much a football field.
Beautiful.
Couple of extremely big legs. Anyone, this is why we're showing this Battle of the Boot to prove because, boy, Tommy McGuinness and Billy Gowers, there's a reason they're playing college football. Tommy McGuinness squatted 170 kilograms
Before he was
punching
kicking the ball.
170.
My fucking neck, I'm shit you not just saying this, was sore the next day from looking at like the fucking looking up into the sky every time they were kicking the ball. Like I was like next day I was like, fuck.
Wow. How's
Yeah,
your
it
finger,
was-
mate?
Yeah, all good. Whichever one I said
Fuck,
it was.
that
I
he
was about to say,
would
that was a bit
quit.
of chat GPT augmentation, was it?
Chat did its best work.
Yeah, it certainly did a good job of it too.
That was pretty funny. But nah, we're looking forward to bringing that one to you. The plan is to collect a few episodes and then release them 1 week at a time. So we've done the first two absolutely ripping guests. We can't appreciate Tommy and Billy for jumping on anymore because, yeah, those boys were so generous with their time. And we've got some cool stuff to show you. We had the cameraman, DSA Media, was down there helping us out again. So he's going to clip it all together so you don't have to look at mine and Adam's shit editing skills. But, no, it was good fun. It was good fun. Another one is jump on and have a look at our recap from our first couple days in
Yeah,
Columbus because,
Must.
Seriously cool.
yeah, it was pretty
From two
pretty
blokes
fun.
who weren't there, like, not speaking for you, Aid,
No,
but
you can.
like, I watched that and I was like, fuck, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. No, I was just saying it looked awesome. My favourite part was how Jamie looked cool for once.
Yeah.
the
Dion
least-
does some pretty
The
cool
least
stuff.
the least cool bloke I've ever met in my life. Jamie looked like a bowler.
Thanks, mate. I'll take it. Yeah,
My favourite bit
must-
was Dion's Snapchats because I was getting them during the day.
Yeah,
and as
live.
a little bit of a control freak, seeing how drunk all of you guys were that first night, loving that you were having a good time, but more just worrying, well, the Ohio State Springbok, the facility tours the next day. Being with Joe, though, it was good because you were just networking.
Yeah, mate. We're just networking, just making friends. We're making friends. But no, it probably captured it to the T because that next day when I woke up, I remember like waking up and I was like, fuck. But I think I literally said in the video, I was like, all right, Adam's going to fucking kill me if we don't make the most of it. So let's
You're not
fucking get
wrong.
up, boys. Let's get up. We did do a good job at making the most of that trip. We didn't settle. No one was fucking crook for about 2 weeks after I got back because did not leave anything on the table. But yeah, jump on. It's literally a 10-minute video and it just captures those first couple of days so well. And I can guarantee if you watch that first one, you'd be keen to watch the next one. So thanks for hanging around, everyone that's been listening tonight. Anything else to end on, boys?
Nah, that sounds good to me.
Stick a fork in him, put a bow on it, and see you around like a result.
See you around like a result.
See you, Rissell.